Hello all, welcome back. This is module number 4, and in this module we'll discuss the important questions and answers from the chapter Aunt Jennifer's Tigers written by Adrian Rich. Moving on to the first question. Describe the tigers on the panel. So the tigers on the embroidered panel are of rich colors, that is bright topaz. They are described as the residents of a green world or forest. So they are said to be fearless, confident, they are sure of their movements and do not feel frightened of the men shown beneath the tree. They move freely and are symbolic of free spirit. Moving on. What is suggested by the image? Massive weight of uncle's wedding band. So, wedding band is one of the important images in the poem. It could be something like a wedding ring, which is representing a marriage. The image suggests that not only is Aunt bowed down by the emotional and physical pressures of her married life, but she is also suppressed by the weight of the wedding band, meaning the male dominated society has put her under a lot of stress and has curbed her freedom and happiness. Let us look at the next question. What does the poetess suggest by saying that the tigers that she has embroidered will forever go on prancing proudly? Look at the answer. When Aunt Jennifer is no more, her tigers will continue to live on the panel. A work of art will continue to be an expression of Aunt Jennifer's creativity, and the tigers will forever be seen prancing about, fearless and free spirited. So, Aunt Jennifer says that in life as well as during her death, she will be still having this wedding band on her hand and she can never be free. But in the case of the tiger, which is a work of art, it is eternal and it will continue to be free always. Let us look at the next question. Why do you think Aunt Jennifer's hands are fluttering through her wool in the second stanza? Why is she finding the needle so hard to pull? So, Aunt Jennifer's hands are said to be fluttering through her wool while she is embroidering tigers on the panel. So, her needlework is a medium for expressing herself, but she is not able to do that because of the weight of her wedding band, which represents the oppression and weight of her marriage. Since she is living in a male dominant society, she is always controlled by her husband and she is not able to anything freely and she always feels the weight on her hand. Moving on. What are the audience Aunt Jennifer is surrounded by? Why is it significant that the poet uses the word ringed? What are the meanings of the word ringed in the poem? So, look at the answer. Aunt Jennifer has been living her life in accordance with the rules laid down by her husband. Her life lacks expression and is overburdened by the demands and duties of her married life. Although old and weak, she still has to face oppression by her husband. These are the ordeals that the poet talks about. The use of word ringed in the poem is significant and appropriate because it represents the vicious circle from which Aunt Jennifer is unable to free herself. She is always surrounded by this overpowering control by her husband. So she is bound by the responsibilities, fear, and oppression of her marriage for entire life and probably after it too. Moving on to the last question. Why do you think Aunt Jennifer created animals that are so different from her own character? What might the poet be suggesting through this difference? Answer. Aunt Jennifer created animals who were free spirited, fearless, proud, and happily prancing about. On the other hand, Aunt Jennifer's life is symbolic of the fear, the suppression, and the victimization of a woman in a male dominated society. So the poet suggests that art may be an instrument of release for women like her who are trapped in an oppressive marriage. So The art that she creates is entirely different from the life that she experiences. And she is really wishing for her art to live long. So, we have gone through all the important questions. Thank you all.